Hello, my name is Chevalier. Welcome back for another episode of Anbennar in EU4 as Zurkanrek. In previous episode, we were, well, half of our country got occupied for a moment there, but luckily our allies came in to rescue. We still got some rebellions that might fire, which I'm, well, not particularly thrilled about. We're still behind. Oh, actually, we should get the colonists back in here to speed up the process there, at least a little bit. Ah, we got a conquest. Oh, right, that switched hands again. I'm guessing it's like whoever holds these two is switching hands between that. So if we control both of that, we'll be controlling the gold mine. We've got some blockades there still. I don't suppose... If we all look at the enemy navy social, so against... Oh, wow, that's a lot smaller now. So neither side really has a lot. Of course, I don't think my fleet is quite strong enough to just sail through in here to bring in the transports around here, because that would be allowing us to maybe clear off some of that. Oh, bollocks, they are on the capital in here. If they manage to de-siege that, or rather siege that, that might be the end of it. Although if we get out of the war sooner rather than later, I'm okay with that. That is a lot of unrest down here. And my 10,000 men will not be sufficient to clear off that one. But yeah, we were looking at the estate problems that we have right now. We'd have to increase the merchant guild's loyalty without affecting the influence. So I suppose what we're going to do is we're going to put in the... Alright, the colonial charters. Well, that would not help the situation. But the monopoly over textiles, or on textiles, is something we can do. Can't be revoked for 10 years, so that does also reduce our income a little bit. But at least it gives us a bit of a stockpile of money, so that we don't need to take another loan quite yet. And the ideal situation is that we can start reducing the influence. Oh. Low trade income minus 5%. And then we got the 15% in there, so now it would be taking us to somewhere around 77. So it might just about be enough. I don't know exact number. Okay, so it's 92.5, so it would be 77.5. So in theory, if we get the max the loyalty from the merchant guilds, and then just run out of those modifiers, which means that we've got 11 years time, we might be able to remove the estate statutory rights, then we can start buying off the lands again, slowly but surely, and getting the crown lands to be a bit higher portion. So are there enemy... Oh, there's a revolution going there. Oh, who's that? Oh, those peace out. Right, I don't suppose if I wanted to get rid of this war... Oh, they would allow me to white peace. Sure. That means that those are no longer my enemies. Let's bring in the troops here, and then the other war. I can send another white peace. That's not quite the plan. We lost a bit of money there due to an event, but now we can send in our fleet down here for the fort, or fortified port here, let's just say. So if I was to do a... Oh, right. And now that we've done the mission, I'm going to get the claims in here. At least one claim. We got still... Oh, right. I can revoke the guarantee. So that's no longer affecting there. And hopefully our war exhaustion is dropping now. Oh, yeah, it is. It's not going down very quickly, but it's dropping. And we can get the Miltech now, finally, so that's good. You want to go through my lands? I'm allowing you to go through my lands, yes. Oh dear, that's 13,000 men that are going to be potentially spawning in here. I don't suppose there's... Well, I could... No, I don't have the point to harsh rate. Never mind. I could get the autonomy, I suppose, but that's not the best idea either. Now, hold on, that's just peasants, so they'll be having a bit less morale and all that than usual. So, we might still be able to beat them in a defensive fight. Where are they? Right, so over here we got some... That forest is something that we might want... I'm going to go to the forest there. And once we arrive there, I'm going to do the rebel suppression just in these areas to reduce the chance of this firing. It's not going to have a massive impact, but hopefully it will be just enough to force them to... or delay them just somewhat. I suppose we can now mothball the transport fleet over here. It's not needed. trade fleet is still doing what it does best. And we're still losing a lot of money. Is that... Why are we losing such a massive amount of money? I suppose we got a lot of advisors, so that's one of the problems. Then state maintenance is fairly high. Oh, that reminds me. Is this one now fully... Yeah, we got the Renaissance in there, so we don't need these spread in there. I don't... Well, I suppose local trade power might not be the worst, but I think at this stage I'm just going to go no edict at all in there, so that's going to reduce the cost at least a little bit. And over here, if we have a look at the Renaissance, it's fully present over there already, so over here I'm just going to put in the local trade power. So that will at least reduce the maintenance a little bit, plus get a little bit more money from the trade. Oh, and... I'm going to repay the loan. I'm going to reduce the monthly maintenance. We can't reduce the army maintenance right now. I suppose after that colony is done, we should probably let that or colonization be for a little bit. States gain influence. Adventurers would lose a bit of loyalty and influence. Yeah, I suppose this must be brought back. Nobility is fairly loyal, but also influential. You want to go through my lands? Alright. So no one's at least disloyal, but the Merchant Guild is something that we need to sort of... Oh, right, I think they got their... Yeah, they got their influence back. Fleet returns. We're caught by the pirates as we attempt to sneak past them. Had to pay for safety. Minus 40 crowns. Treasure fleet was damaged on its journey. We'll use revenue to repair. 15 crowns per level is sustained. Quite relics. And visit some ports, so we still get some money out of it. That's good. Now we could get the naval doctrine again, but I don't think I will. Now would be the perfect time. Well, I suppose it's a bit late now, but it would be perfect for the rebellion to spawn in here and having to fight some of the random nations walking through my lands here. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. But we have managed to reduce the deficit at least to some degree. The fort maintenance, I suppose fort maintenance, we can reduce the fort over here. That one I want to keep up and running still, although I suppose it's there. There's a little bit, you know what, we can probably let that be mothballs as well, so that's going to save us about a ducat per month. And after that, how many things that... well, the army maintenance is pretty high. Fleet maintenance, I suppose we have mothballed the transports already, so that's not the issue. There's a lot of stuff there. I suppose it might just be down to letting go of the... I suppose since we don't have the war tactics anymore, we did get the military tech already, and the next one, that would already give more tactics, okay. But I think at this stage we might want to just switch to some cheaper advice. So yeah, if we go for that one, that's going to start making us a bit of money at least. We'll still get some mill points, just not quite as many. We lost a little bit of money on hiring him. Oh, there we go, the colony is done. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for a little bit before we start colonizing anything else. How close are we? Oh, we've got 447 splendor, so still got quite a bit of ways to go. No longer transfer trade power. Oh, I mean, that's fine. Does mean that our income is going to drop a little bit. Against the cult. The electric cult lurking in Alun Vagla is an elusive one. Some of them exist in the limelight underneath false pretenses and even false identities, whilst others were completely in the dark. Finding those in charge is a difficult task, but our adventurers have managed to deal a great blow against the operations by killing members of hierarchy and sabotaging their fronts. So, Crazed Pariah will be removed from the province, gain 5 prestige. All excess prestige over the cap will be converted to splendor. And adventurers gain influence. Alright, I mean, that's a good thing. Let's actually have a look. So is there any other modifiers over here? I don't think it's showing quite all of the things, so it might not be showing the things that I'm looking for right now. Doesn't look like there's any other areas with the problems. Now it's 14,000 men with the rebellion there. Oh boy. We still didn't win the election. On naval combats, but yeah, we just stepped out of the war just so that, you know, we'll be able to recover from this and slowly but surely retake some lands. Maybe start expanding down this way soon enough. Actually, what we should do is build a spy network again there. If we get the spy network high enough to get a claim over here, that'd be nice. But also, now that we are no longer at war, I suppose that doesn't have an impact in here. We still need to get the, or have the crisis to end, which won't end until the wars are done, but, you know, at least I'm not paying for the war anymore. Ah, we can get the admin tech. Yeah, you know what? We'll take that. Although Federation Crisis Warriors do not actually know. How long do we have the Warriors do not read books modifier? Until 83. Basically at 19 or not 1484 is when we can get more text then. So I will just save up the points for the time being. A lot of nations want to go through my lands right now. Oh, there we go. Some of the unrest has dropped. So now it's only these three that have the unrest. Oh, and their number... Oh. Right, we can pay off a loan. Extend the others. That was the loans that we took to get the... oh, actually, let's stop that one. That would be a lot of points to reduce the inflation, but it might not be the worst. Oh yeah, it's the extra 10%. Okay, you know what? We'll hold off on that one. But yeah, the unrest is now dropping. And the size of the rebellion should be a lot less. Ooh, try to improve the situation or lose stability. I do not want to lose stability, so I'm just going to pay a little bit. Like, we still got a lot of loans to pay off. Well, 3 loans to pay off, to be precise. But we are at least making money now, almost 2 ducats per month. That is with the full maintenance as well. So once we can start reducing the army maintenance a little bit after, well, after this rebellion is done, or alliance breaking. I mean, is there a reason why they are breaking the alliance? Ah, they can't trust me. I mean, we've got quite a bit of favors. We could potentially... Actually, is there... What's the increased trust thing now? Trade favors with trust. Okay. If we do that one, we maybe increase their trust a little bit. It means that they won't necessarily break the alliance quite yet. Not that I necessarily need that alliance too badly, but... Oh, Death of Merchants. I'll take the money. New coin. I'll let the coins be issued. Can't re-elect this leader now, but oh well. Oh. Let me guess. 20 ducats in exchange for favors. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. So if you want to break your alliance, fine. But I'm not going to give him my money while I'm still very much in debt right now. I was still making... Well, actually... No. Let's start colonizing there. If we do a tiny bit of deficit... or some such, they, technically speaking, might mean that they're not as prone to ask us more money. Or more money from us. Is that one? Right, so we don't actually need that one as the target area, so it's just this area. If we can hold on in here for another 3 years, which I don't know if we can, but at that point, well, actually, nope, that wasn't the case. Because, I mean, the unrest over here is, well, I suppose it's the war exhaustion. As long as that is going down, eventually... we'll have the situation fixed. And it's going down. How long does the strike hard thing maintain? No expiration date. Oh. Oh. Right, so it takes a lot more longer time to recover from these. At least we now only have that one area to cover or worry about. But that is quite a large area. Oh, I might want to activate that fort just in case. I'd rather not have the rebellions have that. So next year we should be able to start doing the text over here with a little bit reduced cost, and we'll probably do the I mean, the maritime idea might not be a bad one for us either. Bit more fleet movement and all that, ship cost, blockade and privateering. But the trade idea is probably the better one for now. Or diplomatic. Actually, diplomatic might not be a bad one either. Especially around here. Well, we've got some time to think about that still. Still need to get, or, well, try to get rid of this rebellion. Oh, well, there it goes. Oh, that's 19, how the heck am I supposed to defeat 19,000 men in here? Is that war still ongoing? It is. Election, let's get a new military candidate. Let's see if the ruler is any good. It's okay. It's only peasants. What's the worst that could happen? We do actually have a lot of morale advantage in here. They got the numbers for sure. Got zealots. Oh, well, we did actually win that. A little bit surprised. But there we go. Oh, we lost a advisor. All right. Missionary strength. I don't think we need initially that one. How we got on? No, I think we need to wait for 1 more month and then we can get the. No, actually, it had already expired. Well, let's get the technologies. And then as the idea group, I think we're going to go for the trade ideas. Not the most original, mind you, but, you know, it's a fairly good one to have regardless. So now we're paying a massive amount of money for the reinforcements, but once the reinforcements are done, we should actually be making some cash. That reminds me, we don't have a rebellion about to fire right now, so I'm just gonna stop the... I'll start mothballing that fort. And we could probably reduce the army maintenance a little bit. I'm just gonna keep it a little bit in there so that reinforcing is still happening. So that our army is eventually going to be available to fight. Or able to fight again. Right, so you are a rival. You got quite strong allies, I reckon. So, what about you? You got one ally, which is the... Oh, that one that is currently being sieged down. You are no longer at war, at least. So good for you, I guess. We could get the... No, actually, we can't get the claim here yet. We need to have 35 points total, so that might be about a month. Yeah, there we go. Now we can get the claim there, and it's still offering us to get the military ideas here. Cavalry combat ability. We are still behind in tech, so... Ooh, that's going to give us the artillery. Now, having one artillery in a siege would be very useful. I don't think we need to worry about the missionaries right now. We've got... End of the crisis. Hurrah! Winter victory. Did we lose a lot of prestige then? I guess so. The twin roles. There are two types of people. Those who wield weapons and those who pay for them. Both contributions are equally valid, and the time has come to choose which service we will lend to the Federation as a whole. We shall fight, or we shall... We prefer the home front, or the Purse faction. Unable to declare war on Sword faction member. Oh. Can we see who's which faction then? I'm guessing yes. Hold on, so who's that? That's part of the Purse faction. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Sword faction. Well, actually, quite a few more in the south. Unable to declare war on Federation members. Oh, so if we take the whole Purse faction, we can at least do wars up here. We might not be able to do wars everywhere, but it's still better than nothing. And now we're going to get the Educate the Farmers thing. And the Agricultural Reform. And the Preservation Acts. We've got all of that done. So, in theory, now that we've got all of that, we could then start working on this area. Sending a delegation. Oh, that's going to increase the old power cost again. But that would increase our political points at least. We'll do that. Renewed loan. No longer valid. Oh, right. Speaking of rivals. Silence Breakers will be our new rivals. Right, so another exile. So that is skill level 1. Stability cost modifier. Oh, wow. We got a lot of stability. 50% cheaper for the country to employ. Sure. It's a cheap advisor, a lot of admin points that we can get through that. So I'll take it. Cost of war. Years of war have devastated our country with the population of working men depleted, infrastructure destroyed, and public confidence at an all-time low. We must expect that hard times lie ahead. A lot of manpower will be lost, a lot of money will be lost. Development costs... Oh, that's for 15 years. Alright. Well, that's not good. It means yet another loan. But at least we are now at peace, so... And we got the claims over there. If we wanted to get the war... Oh, you got no allies. Now, admittedly, our troops are not getting the full maintenance in there. What's the mission? Oh, right, the Centaur Menace. Oh, someone's already done this. So how many things do we have that are increasing the power cost for everything? A lot of them. So I'm guessing eventually, once we get enough of the things done, it will start removing some of the modifiers, I would imagine. Otherwise, we're just going to have everything cost massive amount of power. Like, if nothing else, I reckon that it's somewhere around... Well, not that one. I'm guessing they don't have a end date over here, do they? No, actually, they do. They do. There's not that many years. Alright, well, in that case, it's not too bad. I was getting a little bit worried there for a moment. So, merchant guilds have pretty good loyalty. We can still reduce the influence by 10. Oh, it will reduce by 10 during the next 6 years or so. We want to get the Miltech over there. We are ahead of time in both admin and Diplo, at least, so that's good. It's definitely worth it investing into getting the Renaissance. We've got pretty good manpower all around. Oh, furs down here. Okay, so we got even more furs down here. Good. Actually, how is the... So we are the biggest one over here in this trade region. And there's not that much value, to be fair, but what value there is heading towards us. We might want to increase the size of this harbor at some point. But right now, we just don't have the money to do that. And unless we start using... I mean, suppose technically speaking, we could use a bit of points here to level up the city. Although, maybe we should wait for some missions. But if we do that, then... It's a difficult choice, actually. Oh, we lost a trader. The improved relations advisors... I mean, that would be cheap, at least. Suppose we're going to take that one, just to get a little bit of extra points. Getting 2 ducats per month. We don't have any of the forts active. Oh, and that's a lot of the truce expiring. So 2 ducats per month. If we were to increase this back to full, we'd still be making some money, but that is with the colony going, so we are actually getting more and more money overall. I'm actually rather happy about that. We've got a decent bit of spy network in here. They still have no allies. So if I was to do this, I'll do 2,000. You know what? Let's go ahead and activate the troops. Activate this fort. And it costs us a little bit extra. We should be able to pay off at least one of the loans soon-ish. Division of the council. Oh, well, that's not good. We are still behind in Miltech, probably. Although I don't know how much behind we are compared to the neighbor here. So they got 7. So yeah, we are behind in tech. So we'll probably wait until that tech is done. To be fair, when does it estimate? So it's going to be about a year-ish. Depends on the events, of course. So we could maybe lower the maintenance at least for a while. Oh, well, this is now the leader. How is our standing in the Federation, by the way? Normal standing, okay. So if we have a look at share granaries, that is going to increase our standing a little bit. Lose a diplomatic point. We're probably okay. Oh, now we could request the war rights, but does the leader... It doesn't necessarily hate us. Oh, City of the Horizon. Well, by Mad Mage. City of the Horizon. There's a virtually self-contained city linked towers constructed on a magically raised plateau in a sea of grass. The city is fully capable of sustaining itself without any need for contact from the outside world. So increase the defensiveness quite a bit. Okay. So how much points do we need in total for the tech here? So we need about 600. Once we reach those numbers, we know that we can get the tech done. Because I definitely want to continue... Oh, actually, is there any other trade locations? Oh, clearing banners. Province improving... Oh, producing iron and copper or copper will be improved. There is a modifier over here, so there's another center of trade there. There's not too many of them in here, but I'll probably go along the coastline here to get a lot more ships. Speaking of ships, if I want to get those, I might have to... Well, let's unmothball the fleet here. Truce expire with... Alright, we're another nation. So yeah, we'll just get the Miltech, then we're going to do a war against the neighbor to the northwest. And then we're going to maybe start bypassing some of these. Get this one as well as the colonies that they have over here. Second delegation, please do. Corruption. Right, well that's a bit unfortunate. But such is life. Ah, so what can we do here? Financing to fight. Setting up local bank, national tax modifier for 10 years, minus 10%. That would then unlock the local banks. Oh, because we're different faction, we can't do all of that. Oh, right, we need to get the other 2 routes here still done. I mean, that is going to require... Oh, we still got one of the things underway over here, I guess, so the modifier needs to expire. Is it this one? No, that's the faction. There's to educate the farmers, but don't actually know exactly which modifier it is. Improvements in naval technology. I'm going to take the extra points there, actually. And does that mean... No, we don't have quite enough points for the extra global trade power. Getting that would be nice, but it would also give us the extra trade power from the ships by another 10%. So that'll be quite useful. Helping our brethren. Right, so you're fighting against the centaurs. I suppose we could finance their water for a little bit. That's going to increase our standing a little bit, which might mean that we can then get into power again. We've got normal standing still, so it's probably not going to go up all that much. But in theory, we can do that. So financing the fight. Where was that again? Down here. That was a lot of Diplo points that I don't really want to use quite yet. We can get the Miltech now, so that's good. They only got 3,000 men there, so that's not going to be too bad. I've still got 4 loans, so oh dear, we really need to start getting our economy in order. I mean, we have to develop a little bit, and I suppose once we get the Diplo stuff, so we can get more money from trade, or more trade in general, and then more money out of the trade, that'd be nice. But at least we are one of the bigger ones in this region now. Oh. Wow, okay, yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on against the centaurs right now. And there's a green flame over here. Seems to be another centaur clan. I think we need to get the fort over here at some point, though. There's another 2 loans down there, so we are still... Oh, right, actually, now that we've got the Miltech, we should probably get the military upkeep up again. We've got the fort over here for a long while now. So how much would it cost for each galley? It's 10 ducats? Not massive, but I think right now we don't actually want to do that. Is there... There's not that much of a fleet in there, is there? We've got a few transports there. Now we can get the commerce, so that's going to increase our trade power a lot, which should in turn increase our trade income a little bit. It's not going to be a massive boost, but it will boost it, especially over time. It's going to have a bit of accumulating effect. Oh wow, actually it was about 0.6 ducats. High trade income. At least 40%. Prestige trade efficiency for 30 years plus 20%. Ooh, I'll take it. We've done a lot of these missions already in here. We haven't developed the capital yet. We don't have a statesman advisor of level 2. But that's fine. We can get that later on. Mainland territories, so we need to own at least 5 cities. That'll give us a bit of standing and some prestige. And then for 10 we get a little bit more boost there as well. I don't suppose there's a way for me to switch between the factions, is there? No, at least not yet. Maybe later on we can change that, but we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.